Hello and welcome back to the Walk Cook Walk outdoor cooking channel. Got a joke for you. What does somebody who's flipping awesome have for breakfast? Today I had 2 boiled eggs. Anyway, welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you're all well and having fun. I hope everybody gets out this weekend, even if it's just a short one. All the snow has now melted from last weekend. Was it last weekend that I was out? No, it was the icy side quest, wasn't it? Or was that a different one? I think that was a different one, actually. Yeah, the frozen field was different, wasn't it? The last actual episode was me going across all the ice, where I didn't go very far because of the ice. But now it's all melted and there's just puddles everywhere. All the ground's heavily saturated. Places are getting a little bit flooded here and there, but you know, such is life. Today I'm going to be doing Taffy Nige, one of the subscribers. He challenged me to a roast dinner from scratch, so I'm going to do the best I can to replicate a roast dinner. I'm going to have to fry the potatoes because I'm not going to be able to roast them, but I think if we get them crispy enough, no one will bloody know. And what was the other thing? Got Yorkshire puddings, got some stuffing to make. I'm doing chicken instead of roast pheasant because I'm not sure I could get a roast pheasant from around here, or even a pheasant to roast. I've never seen anywhere selling it. You'd probably have to go to like a farmer's market or some sort of like farm shop somewhere to be able to get pheasant. Now obviously there is a couple of pheasants in this field, but I'm not about to start going flipping woodsman and throwing spears and bow and arrows at them. So yeah, because then you'd have to gut it and I don't really fancy that. I mean, I reckon I could if I had to actually gut my own animal and defeather it. I reckon I could, but there'd probably be a bit of gagging involved from here to there. Hi, you're right. But yeah, so we're going to go do a roast dinner in the woods, just because I was challenged to do it, and I think it's a fair challenge, really. I've got another one to do after from another guy he's a YouTuber as well, or he's a content creator. I don't know what he classes himself as. I don't class myself as a YouTuber. I'm just a dude with a camera who goes and cooks in the woods and bloody well enjoys it, and just so happens to share it with people who also seem to enjoy it, which is great. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. I haven't brought the top. It did say it was going to be sunny for now, and the possibility of a little bit of rain, but I think we're going to dodge it. Hiya, you're right. I reckon we're going to dodge it. So I haven't brought the top. If it rains, it's not going to be an insane amount of rain. As it said, drizzle, and then obviously the sun's come out, which is going to help clear any skies. I could regret my decision, but the decision's made and I'm already on my way anyway. Just about to get out the flipping garden gate, and I'm like, right, let's quickly run through if I've forgotten anything, because I always forget something, and I probably have. But I was like, right, so I'm going to cook the chicken. And then I'm like, I'm going to cook the chicken. What am I going to cook the flipping chicken in? So I hadn't packed any oil. So I went back, just grabbed the coconut oil that I had instead of the olive oil, because I couldn't be arsed going in, taking the bag off, and then having to faff around trying to find a smaller container because the bag's chock-a-block. I'm actually carrying an extra stove to do this today. An extra stove and a hell of a lot of fuel. We're going up the Forever Hill, and we're going to go to a bit of woodland I found quite early on in the birth of this channel. I mean, it's only been going since halfway through last year. Started it summer last year, 2025. And yeah, I found some pretty cool spots that normally I'd have just rode straight past, or you walk past because wherever your destination is isn't that place. But just coming off the main path and exploring a little bit. I found a couple of nice little nooks and crannies here and there that are relatively local, because I never really go too far. I mean, I did do one that was about an 7 or 8 mile round trip. That nearly broke me. And then from learning that I'm not physically fit enough to carry a 12 kilogram bag that distance, I don't even weigh the bag anymore. I just stuff the shit in that I need and I just go, you know. I think worrying about weight and stuff like that, I mean, I'm even carrying like I say, an extra stove, and I've got my heavy chair because I want the comfort. Now, by carrying the heavy chair and with the extra stove, I didn't have room for my table, which I wanted because I like the setup of it. I like the way it looks and so on and so forth. But yeah, I just thought, you know what, it's an extra 1.5 kilograms that I don't really need particularly. But hopefully, fingers crossed, I've got everything. I know I packed a plate. I know I packed cutlery. I've probably got a spork in there somewhere. Oh my life. But what I haven't brought, and I've just realised I have forgot something. I forgot a spatula and grabbers, tongs. But you know, you just got to roll with it. I'm not going back now. I am probably about 1/2 mile away from my house. Apparently I didn't start the tracking of it, so I'm going to say I'm about 1/2 mile away. It's probably not that much, but it probably is as well. But anywho, we're going up the Forever Hill around here. It's always weird that when you point in different directions. Yeah, we're going up there, so once I get to the top, I'll bring you back because we're not going to be far from location then. I'm out early today as well. I got out at 12-ish. And hopefully it means that, you know, it's less dark by the time I've finished, so I can record a little outro, because I like the outros. I think it finishes the videos off nicely. But we'll see what happens. Who knows? You know, we could just have an apocalypse, the sun could blow up, and then that's the end of that, isn't it? But at least I was out doing what I wanted to do during the apocalypse. Anyway, I'm going to get going and I'm going to get up this sodding hill. Once I get to the top, I'll bring you back. Alright, so we're at the top now. Flattens off a bit. It just saves me trying to walk up there and chat shit at the same time, and then end up getting like really out of breath and stuff. It'll be interesting to see if I'm still losing a bit of weight now that Christmas is over, because I managed to lose some over the Christmas period. I don't know how. I really don't know how. About 2 kilograms, I think it was, which isn't bad to say that I was just pretty much drinking every day, eating tons of turkey. But I've quit my gym membership because I think to myself, you know, anything that I could do in a gym, I could do outdoors for less. It saves me £21 a month. Okay, I don't have all the equipment there that you do get from a gym, which, you know, it's nice to have with treadmills and elliptical machines, weight machines. But again, you can replicate all that stuff outdoors, I think. So it's not really one of those things that's necessary, but you know, each to their own. It's got to be how you like it. You're right, mate. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to cross over this bridge and head over to where we're going to be cooking out, which is probably going to be noisy for the live. I didn't think this through. It's only just dawned on me. We're going to be right next to a main road. A busy dual carriageway, actually. It's not even a main road. It's literally a dual carriageway. Show you, look. Might be called a highway in America or other places, but just a lot of noise coming from the traffic, which we're going to pick that up when we're doing the live, because I don't have my microphone plugged in for the lives, because I have to have my charger plugged in, otherwise my phone will just die. It's like, no, you're using satellite, no, not having it. So as we drop down here, we've got to try and inconspicuously leave the track. So I'm hoping no one's walking up. I know there's no one behind me unless a bike comes up. I'm wondering whether you can get in up there. I bet you probably could, you know. Let's go and have a look. See if there's a different way in, so that we find it a little bit easier to get in. And if not, at least we had a look, because I've never been up here, so. Nah, there's a fence blocking it. But, ooh, might have to go a bit low. But I think I see a way in. Can you see it? Not sure, but the bag's a bit big, so I might bring some bushes with me. Oh. So that'll save us trekking through the woods in a bit, kind of thing. And it brings us out to the same place anyway. Sweet. Oh gosh, there's a bit more rubbish up here that I didn't spot last time I was here. Yeah, most definitely is. We usually go down there, which keeps going and going and going and going and going. And it's quite sweet down there. It's literally like nobody's been there for years. Like, and I'm talking absolute years. But I want to go a bit further down here to try and get a little bit away from the road, if possible, and find a spot that's a little bit flatter, because that is what is required. Looks like loads of bushes and trees and stuff have come down recently. That wasn't there last time. There's lots of it. Or is it just the ivy falling off? Oh, it's trees. It is, it's trees coming down. There, look. And it's fell that way. It's just got a massive piece of ivy attached to it. Anyway. Oh. With all the foliage dying back, I'm actually going to be visible. So I might have to go down where I went last time. Let's go and have a look if there's anywhere where I can get a bit further in or out, or possibly make a bit of an entrance. Gordon Bennett. Look at that. It's all twisted and cracked. Looks like a lot of trees have taken a bit of a pasting in here. I mean, they're not maintained because it's just like derelict land. It's not like there's actually anyone around, you know. Oh, here could do. There's lots of ground ivy, but that's not harmful, so should be okay. Yeah. Can we get down there? There's a bit of an opening here. Lots of brambles. But I don't like these brambles because I have to move around a bit, you see. And they're going to shred my legs up. They're already doing a good job at it. Ah. Here'll do. It's relatively flat. We can trample down any bits that we don't particularly want. Alright, so here we are. Just gonna set up around here. Don't really need any shelter. Blue skies over there, so I think we're good for rain. Don't think we're going to get any. I think we'll be all right. Now there's a possibility of people seeing me over here, but they shouldn't hear me because of the roar of the road, which is going to cause a problem. It's going to be a shit video, but just bear with me. We'll be all right. Let's see if we can go a bit further in and just break the line of sight with the path. Because otherwise you get other people coming in here then. Here, look, you see that level of light there, lighter colour, that's actually the path. Now we're quite far away in the grand scheme of things, but if I tuck in behind these trees, I think that breaks the line of sight a bit. Yeah. Now I'm not bothered about people, you know, I'll talk to anyone, I don't give a shit. But when you're busy and you're cooking, it's a little bit different. But anywho, let's get set up. Okay, setup is postponed because I need to go and find something to help support underneath the... Well, if that ain't random as out, I don't know what is. Just found a saw. Looks like a pretty good saw. I'll be having that. Yoink. It's a free saw kind of day. Right, so I need like some tin cans is going to be perfect. Ideally, or some pieces of plastic or blocks of wood. Now, I know that's a big ask for a woodland that's been cleared by me already. I have actually litter picked in here twice. That could work. I'm gonna have to destroy this post thing or whatever this is. Someone's attached to a tree. I'm sure the tree doesn't want it attached to it anyway. Let me pop you guys down and we'll do this a bit better with two hands, because two hands is always better than one, I expect. I win. I mean, it's been there so long it's rotten. Can't get that bit out. But all I really need is two pieces of this wood. Of a similar size. I think if I take this, I'll have enough regardless. So let us go back. Let's just get the angle right so you can see my beautiful face. Oh, look at the way the sun kisses my beard. Oh, sweet. It's hard being this awesome, you know. I do recommend 2 boiled eggs for breakfast. Right, we've got what I think is going to work. Ow, just got whippersnapped by a stick. The woodland's fighting back, even though I've just took a load of unnatural wood placement from it. it's attacking me back, and coming in sideways is actually better here. It seems the better direction to come into. Right, so let's sort this out. So start the time lapse again, and we're just going to sort that chair out. So we'll be back once we're ready to get things sorted. Right, so as long as we don't jump around on it, I think we're going to be okay, because the ground is extremely soft. But this is my little abode for a short while. I'm going to get some water on for the potatoes, get them mostly cooked, get them roasting before I start the live, because I don't want to be on live too long. I like to cap it at about an hour, but a roast dinner takes as long as it takes, you know. It's as simple as that. It's not going to be perfect. I'm under no illusion that it's going to be amazingly perfect, but it's outdoors and it's going to be good enough, so I'm sure. Well, that's my hopes and aspirations anyway. And I found a saw. Can you believe it? Found a sodding saw. Here, look. Which I'll be taking with me because that's useful. But yeah, sweet. Let's get sorted. It's all about getting the right angle, man, and the composition and all that ras. So I'm heating up some water. Going to be cooking the potatoes and the veg. Then we're going to roast half of the potatoes, leave the other half boiled. I don't do mash, so don't expect mash to be on this roast dinner. Mash is just filthy. I'll eat mash when I'm old, and it's the only thing I can actually chew. Right then, so we do need a bit of salt in these for the taters and the veg. They can actually go in now. Veg in that one. That's going to cool it back down a little. So pop the lid back on. We'll get our taters and we'll get them in. We can add a bit more water to that as well. Looks like it might very well need it. Got to save some water for the gravy. Although if it comes to it and at a push, I could use the potato water for the gravy. You know, needs must and all that jazz. So that's them sorting that out. There's no real prep for me to do, apart from what I should have done is at home, I should have sliced the chicken. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it through the middle, and then I'm going to place the stuff in that I'm going to make inside it, so it cooks aromatically and tastes lovely. That's weird. A moment where there's no cars. That was bliss. And they're back. Hopefully with the microphone you don't hear that as much, but when we go live, it's going to be horrendous. But people will just have to deal with it. This is the location I wanted to come to. It's kind of out the way from everybody. There is a path over there, but the chances of anyone spotting me, or even coming over if they do spot me, are pretty slim. Let's just stop this. So I'm about 1.5 miles from my house, so not even that far. You don't need to go far to do this, is another thing I'd say. I'm back in shorts because it's not even that cold. It's like 8 degrees, but I am starting to feel a little bit of it creeping in now, so I am going to put my jacket back on just so that we can keep warm, because it takes a couple of minutes or two to actually start heating back up in this, so we don't want to be putting it on when we're freezing. Again, I've come out earlier to hopefully catch a bit more of the daylight, so yeah, we'll go from there. We'll see what's popping shortly. While we wait, I'm going to make the... Actually, no, I'll do that while I'm alive. Don't want to do it all now, do I? If I do it all now and then don't have anything to do later. That's a tub. That's my mint sauce. You've got to have mint sauce on a roast dinner. If not, you're just weird and I don't like you. Let's crack a beer. Really could have done with my table, couldn't I? For this. Nino, Nino, Nino. Again, it's a dual carriageway. It gets very, very busy. But it is what it is. I'm not bothered. Oh, this has got a crack in it. That's not good, is it? That still works though. Just drinking some Vocation Crush Hour Everyday Hazy Pale Ale. So it's a British style of beer. Very, very drinkable. Nice, just pleasant. Small bitterness. Nice and like juicy notes from the hops. And it's only 4.6%, so you can absolutely crush them. Hence the name Crush Hour. Or at least I think that's why they called it Crush Hour. We are cooking with the bioethanol again. I'm still not happy with the gas. Now, it would have been a good idea to bring the gas out because it's warmer today and see whether the warmer weather actually had any bearing on whether it was going to work or not. Sorry if it sounds like I'm shouting. I'm trying to be louder because of the traffic, but I don't think I need to because I've got the microphone on. So yeah, I do apologise for that if I am. But that's them sorted. Once the potatoes are pretty much cooked, all that will go into one pan. We'll leave it in the water so it stays... actually, no, because I need to drain... No, I don't. I can just fish the ones out that I want to roast, can't I? Because I'm going to have to fry them because I've got no real way of roasting them, per se. Now, I could turn the pan, put one of the pots on top of the fry pan, and kind of do it like that. I've done it before like that, and it did sort of work because it traps the heat in and it goes all around it. We'll see though. We'll see what occurs and what we do at that point. There's no point me saying, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, until I'm actually ready to do it. But yeah, hello to all new subscribers as well. Do join us in the comments. It's nice to hear what people are up to, what people like, what people don't like. And, you know, I always like to have a conversation with people, a quick chat and a bit of a laugh. It's all about having a laugh. You've got to be out here enjoying yourself. It can't be a chore. Now, don't get me wrong. During the winter months that we've just had, there's a couple of times where I've questioned whether I'm actually going to be going out. Because it's been bad. The weather's been, like, really cold. I'm just going to, like, pre-chop up some of this coconut oil. Normally I'd use olive oil, but this is what I had grabbable without having to fanny around putting stuff in a flipping smaller pot, finding a smaller pot. Oh mate, I was emptying the bag out, one of the side compartments here we go, you're there boiling. One of the side compartments, it had a flipping the milk in that I'd used for the side quest when I made a coffee. Oh mate, it had gone bad. It really had gone bad. Right then, so I'm going to jump over to the live now. We're boiling, we're cooking, we'll get talking to people, see what everyone's up to and all that jazz. So hopefully see you over there. If you're watching this video and you haven't seen the live, it will be available after you finish watching this video. So watch this video to the end, please. It's going to have a sped up version of the cookout. So everything's going to be sped up. I'll be bringing that over here shortly. But yeah, please do watch the rest of it. It helps. See you in a bit.
Alright, we're back. My chair's sinking into the flipping floor. I nearly fell off it whilst doing the live, which was funny. Sketchy, but funny. It was a really good live, actually. Thank you to everyone who joined. It was a good laugh. It's good to get back in touch with everybody and, you know, just have a chat with the community and stuff like that. Because YouTube should be community-based, you know. We're all in it together. Even the watchers, the people who watch the videos, they're the main attraction because they're the people that are coming to watch the videos. So, you know, you got to be humble and you've got to be like, we're all human. We're all the same. I'm no better than anyone, you know. We're all on the same page here. But there you go. That's your roast dinner. I've already took a picture of it. I got challenged by Island Jason to do a beef Wellington on a Trangia. Now, I love a good challenge, of course, so I will accept the challenge. But first, I need to do Finchy Outdoors challenge, which was barbecue spare ribs, or barbecue ribs, cornbread, and smoky beans. I think I got that right. The Yorkshire pud was soggy as oat. It didn't really work, but it's still there after I'd found it. Keep getting a bit of my mustache creeping into my mouth. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the live, and I hope that you guys enjoyed me waffling on my way here and setting up and all that jazz. I'm going to scoff this. The live was 80 odd minutes, I think. So it's a bit of a long one in the grand scheme of things, but roast dinners don't happen fast, do they? They take time. Everything's hot, so I'm going to get it scoffed. And I'll be back when it's time to pack away, get out of here. We'll leave no trace. We'll take everything with us. Any bits of rubbish that are mine will be coming with me. I don't actually have any carrier bags with me. I suppose I've got that. But I'm going to need to put my dirty equipment in that because I don't want it all messing up the inside of the bag. But anyway, Taffy Nige, your challenge is complete. On to the next one. And yeah, beef Wellington will be another challenge that I'm going to do. I'm not going to do them back to back. I've already got the stuff for Finchy's barbecue ribs. So I can do that one. But the beef Wellington is going to take a little bit more thinking about, really. I expect I'm going to do it in a mess tin because they're like a little pocket oven, aren't they? But we'll see. We'll see what I think, what I get down to. But yeah, I'm going to scoff that before it gets cold. So I'll see you in a bit. I don't need to tell you how good that was. I'm sure you could tell by how it looked. Now, although I can see people wandering around, no one looks over this way. So a cyclist has just gone up. Didn't look over at all. Two people have just gone down with a dog. The dog might have heard me because it barked a bit. But they only just put it on a lead and carried on. Obviously, I'm in dark colours, so I kind of blend in anyway. I'm not really giving... Like if I had that blue tarp that I do use, that probably would give me away. Now in the summer, there's a clearing over here that always grows high with like brambles and all kind of different plants and stuff. You can't really pass through it. But in the summer months when I was down here, there was butterflies just dancing continuously dancing. These butterflies were just flapping around each other, and as soon as some buggered off, some more came as well. It was just nice to just sit and watch. Sometimes you need to be away from people to appreciate people. See, I like this. I like the calmness of it. I like the fact that I haven't got to have my guard up. Some dude on the live said, there's a bear behind you. I was like, I doubt it, mate. It's the people that you got to worry about. But anyway, we will not bring it to a negative end, because challenge complete, you know, done, dusted. And I'm going to fall off this chair in a minute. I can feel it. I'm leaning back and I'm trusting it, but it's already dug into the soil. What I need to do is I need to get a tennis ball, and I need to cut a hole in it, and then put the tennis balls on the end of the things, like 4 tennis balls, cut a hole in to kind of use it as a shoe or a boot, if you want to call it that. And that will solve the problem that way. Won't be able to sink as much. The ground's going to be moist for God knows how long. You know, it's that kind of climate. We're going to have a lot of rain if it doesn't freeze. But anyway, I'm going to get packed up. Well, I'm going to finish this beer, chill out a while, then I'm going to get packed up and we'll mosey on out of here, record ourselves a little outro. It is only 3:16 at the moment, so still got about an hour's worth of light, an hour or so worth of light, so we'll definitely get an outro recorded. It's probably going to be a silent outro because of the sound of the road. Again, I don't know what it sounded like on the live. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. But this is where I wanted to come, so this is where I came. You know? Simple as that. Still did what I wanted to do. Still had a good chinwag with people. It's good. So cheers to you for joining me. Cheers to you for watching this video. There's a black and red ladybird there. This is like a ladybird sanctuary, I believe. And me being here is disturbing them all, I believe. But we're going to tidy up. We'll leave no trace. And we'll leave them be. I'm going to take that saw out of here because last thing we need is random tools lying around, rusting into the ground. Doesn't look like a bad saw, to be honest. And I shall use it for whenever I need a saw next. But anywho, you take it easy, and I'll see you on the next one.